Okay, so we have question number 9. This is section 2, your large questions. Okay, so you need to be very elaborate in answering these questions. So having mentioned that, let me write the question down now. This is the question. Solve the pair of simultaneous equations. Now you have y is equal to x squared negative x positive 3 and y is equal to 6 negative 3x. I'm going to take this as 1, take this as 2, and then I'm going to write it like this. Equating 1 and 2, we get, in place of y I substitute 6 negative 3x is equal to x squared negative x positive 3. So now you move everything to the right side. You get x squared negative x positive 3 negative 6 positive 3x is equal to 0. So this is negative x added with 3x, that's going to be positive 2x. Positive 3 added with negative 6 is going to be negative 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is what we have. And we will have to solve this. Find the value of x and y. So I will be utilizing quadratic formula, which is of the form ax squared positive bx positive c is equal to 0. From here I can equate and find the value of a, find the value of b, find the value of c. So the formula is x is equal to negative b plus or minus root of b squared negative 4ac divided by 2 times a. So negative 2 plus or minus 2 squared negative 4 times a times negative 3 times divided by 2 times of a. So negative 2 plus or minus root of 4 negative negative positive 12 divided by 2, which is negative 2 plus or minus root of 16 over 2. X is going to take two values. X is equal to negative 2 plus root of 16 divided by 2. This is going to be negative 2 plus root of 16 is 4 divided by 2. So negative 2 added with 4 will give me 2 divided by 2, which means 1. So therefore x is equal to 1 is one value. Next, x is equal to negative 2 negative root of 16 divided by 2. This is going to be negative 2. Root of 16 is 4, which is preceded by a negative sign. So you have negative 6 divided by 2, which is going to give me negative 3. So x is equal to negative 3. Now we cannot stop the solution right there. We need to find the value of y. So when x is equal to 1, you can substitute the value for x is equal to 1 over here. So y is equal to 6 negative 3 of 1, which is going to be 6 negative 3, which will give me 1, which will give me 3. So this is one value, 1 comma 3 is one set, and when x is equal to negative 3, you substitute that value. Y is equal to 6 negative of negative 3, which is going to be 6 negative 3 3s are 9, negative sign is there. You got to add positive sign there, and that would give you the value of 15. So this is the next set. When x is equal to negative 3, you get the value of y is equal to 15. So probably you can write the word solution. Now this is the next question. You are asked to express 4x squared negative 8x negative 2 in the form of a times x positive h the whole squared positive k. Okay, so this is a solution. Consider 4x squared negative 8x negative 2. This is of the form a times x squared positive bx positive c, where a is equal to 4, b is equal to negative 8, and c is equal to negative 2. Now h has got a representation which is going to be b over 2 times a. It's going to be negative 8 divided by 2 times of 4, which is negative 8 divided by 8 gets cancelled, giving me -1. So therefore h is equal to -1. Now k has got a formula which is 4ac negative b squared divided by 4a. So this is going to be 4 times of -2 negative of -8 the whole square divided by 4 times of 4. 4 4s are 16, 16 into 2 is 32, negative sign is there, so -32, 8 8s are 64, so this is divided by 4 4s are 16. Now you can add these two things together, which will give you 6. 4 added with 2 is 6, 6 added with 3 gives me 9, 96 with the negative sign divided by 16, right? Now 16 divides 96 how many times? 6 times, right? 6 are 36, 3, 7, 8, 9. So this is going to be 6. So therefore the value of k is what? -6. So we have got the value of k and value of h. So therefore, hence 4 times x squared -8x -2 is rewritten as, my a value is 4, we already got that, so h value is -1 the whole squared and k value is -6. So that's the solution for this question. Okay, the next is they're asking us to find where f of x achieves minimum. Okay, now f of x achieves minimum when x is equal to negative of h. So that means x is equal to negative of h is already equal to -1. So that means x is equal to 1. So this is the point where the function achieves the minimum. Now the next question is find the minimum value. Find the minimum value. So how do you get this? Now y is equal to 4 times, this is the representation, right? X is equal to 1, you substitute, this goes off, so y is equal to -6. So this is the minimum value. Okay, minimum value is -6. Okay, so the coordinate for the minimum value, this is our extra, the coordinate for minimum is nothing but 1, -6. Okay, this is part C. It states that the speed time graph is given below. It shows the 3 stages of a journey of a racing car over a period of 60 seconds. So this is the diagram. So this is acceleration period, this is the time when the speed is constant, and deceleration, it goes here to 60. This point is given in dotted and written as x. This corresponds to 12. There is also a vertical line hitting at 25. So this is the third stage, this is the second stage, and this is the first stage. During the first stage, the car increased in speed from 0 meters per second to 12 meters per second in x seconds, right? So the acceleration is accelerating at 0.6 meters per second squared. That is the acceleration. So this is time and this is speed. This is meters per second. This is given in seconds. Now the first question wants us to find x. What is x? Now if you were to see the coordinate here, this is x comma 0. This point is 0 comma 12. Okay, and this period is given as 0.6 meters per second. So therefore, if I were to find the slope is given as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So 0 comma 12 and x comma 0. So if I were to take this point as x1 y1 x2 y2, this is going to be 0 minus 12 divided by x minus 0. Okay, so we got negative 12 divided by x, and on the left, as I mentioned to you, the slope value is given as 0.6. We need to get the value of x. I'm going to use the space here. So x is equal to negative 12 divided by 0.6. I can rewrite this as 6 divided by 10, which is going to be 12 multiplied by 10 divided by 6. 6 divides here 2 times, 2 into 10, you get 20. Now you might be wondering, there is a negative sign there. Should we place it? No, we are dealing with physical application of a real-time situation. And x is actually the time component here. So this cannot be negative. So you have to get rid of the negative sign and write it as x is equal to 20 seconds. That is the solution for this particular question. So let's move on. Now the second part is, they are asking us during the second stage. Let me write that question out. So this is the question. This is part 2 of the problem. In the second stage, what happens to the journey? What happens to the journey, and what is the gradient? You go back to the figure. If you see the figure, you see this, there is no acceleration at all. So the velocity is constant. So that is exactly what you need to write. In the second stage, the velocity remains constant. This means slope is equal to 0. Okay, and the speed of the car is constant at 12 meters per second. So when the speed is constant, there is no activity, there is no acceleration. Okay, now this is the final part. They are asking us to find the distance traveled. Distance traveled at the third stage. Now distance traveled is given by area formula. is equal to area of the triangle. I cannot say the triangle, I would say so let me rephrase it like this. The distance traveled in the third stage is going to be, see, actually what you have to do is you will have to calculate the area of this triangle. Okay, so let me name it as, say, some PQR. So I need to get this base. So this base is nothing but from 60 I take away 25. Okay, so this is going to be area of triangle PQR. So any area related to the triangle is going to be half times the base times height. So my base is, as I mentioned to you, this entire length is 60. From 60 you take away 25. 60 you take away 25 multiplied by the height. The height here is 12. So it's 12. So this is going to be from 60 you take away 25. What do you get? 10. 5. From 5 you take away 2. You get 3. So 35 times 2 divides here 6 times. 6 5s are 33. 6 3s are 18, 19, 20, 21. 210. So distance traveled is 210 meters. So that's the final part of this question.